Okay, I am about to do the practical assessment component of plan and deliver gym programs, and we're going to start off with our chest exercises, the first exercise being the bench press. So with our bench press, it's important that we have points of contact, being our feet, either on the bench or on this raised platform, that we have our bottom, our back, our shoulders and our head also touching the bench. It's important that we don't lift our bench or our shoulders from the bench during the movement. And as a trainer, it's important for me to make sure that the collars are tight and secure on the bar so that the weights don't fall off during the exercise. I'm going to demonstrate the exercise and then I am going to work with my client with the exercise as well. So we get down on our bench, making sure that we're comfortable, our feet are flat, that our grip is not too wide or too far apart, and the bar is moved in a slight arc movement. This bar is actually light enough for me to move on my own. I don't need any assistance. And so the motion is that it goes down to our chest area, we squeeze our shoulders back and we push the bar up, keeping it stable, not to wobble. And our action is like this. And then when we're finished, we rack the bar. I'm now going to ask Doug to sit on the bench, lowering himself down, making sure that he has his points of contact, head, shoulders, bottom, feet. Comfortable stance with the bar. I'll assist Doug with the bar. We're going to do 3 reps. We take it down to our chest and up. 1, 2, 3. Well done. This exercise works through our chest area and our pectoral muscles. Today we're going to do our incline barbell press. We have our bench inclined slightly. We're going to have our feet stable on the ground. We're going to lie back where our head is going to touch the bench, and we've got an overgrip with our bar. We take the bar down to our chest, keeping our elbows in, and we lift it up and down, up and down. Breathing out as we push the bar up and keeping our spine neutral. I'm now going to ask our client to do that movement. So feet stable on the ground, neutral spine, over grip, take it down to your chest, and up, keeping our shoulders down. Breathe out on the way up. 1 more. Thank you. Our last chest exercise are our flat dumbbell flies. I've got my 3 kilo dumbbells here. It's important once again to have our feet in contact with the floor. They'll be resting here on this bench. I'm going to be lying flat on this bench here. I'm going to make sure that my spine is neutral, that I have my contact points, that my head doesn't raise from this particular motion. Okay, so I'm going to have my wrists facing in, and I start up nice and high like this. I've got my elbows slightly bent, and I'm going to take the motion down here, stretching out through the chest and the pectoral region, and then bringing the dumbbells back up to above my eyes in a slight arc. Keeping the elbows slightly bent throughout the motion. Okay, now I'm going to ask Doug. Okay. So wrist in, elbows slightly bent, out to the side, stretching through the chest, and up, to the side, and back up, to the side, and back up. Thank you, Doug. Okay, we're now going to start work on our shoulder area. We are going to be doing our barbell shoulder press. So we start with our barbell at our chest height, and we have a overgrip like this, and we push the bar up above our head and then down to our chest, keeping our body stable, our feet shoulder width apart, extending right up above our head. Important not to take the arms too far back above our head, behind our head, and to not take the bar too far forward of our face. I'll now pass the bar over to Doug. So a nice stable body position. This is working through our shoulders and our chest area. Take it right up above your head. That's it. Stand a little higher above the head. That's right. One more. Well done. Okay, we're now going to do our upright row, again with our barbell. We have a closer grip than our previous movement. We start here at our chest, down here at our thighs, and we take it up to our chest, raising our elbows to about our ear height like this, keeping the bar nice and close to our body, keeping our body nice and solid through the core. This is going to work through our shoulder and our trapezius area. And it's important to breathe and not to swing the body while you're doing this movement. Okay, Doug? So start at the thighs, take it up. That's right. It's important to lift those elbows up high, bringing the bar nice and close to your chest and your body. One more. Well done. We're now going to work on our dumbbell lateral raise. We have our weights here in each hand with our palms facing inward, feet shoulder width apart, nice tight core, neutral spine. We're going to be working through our shoulders and our trapezius muscles. The object of this exercise is to keep the arms or the elbows slightly bent. We're going to be raising the bar parallel to the ground with our elbows still slightly bent and our wrist and elbows slightly above our shoulder. So we're going to go out to the side like this, keeping our body nice and still through the core. It's important not to swing. Keep your elbows slightly bent and keep your arms out straight to the side. Doug. So again, important not to swing. Keep the elbows slightly bent. Take it up to the side, just above shoulder height. Don't forget to breathe, don't swing, and keep that core nice and tight. Well done, Doug. Okay, so we're now going to do our rear deltoid raise with our dumbbells. We have a dumbbell in each hand, our palms are facing inwards. We're going to be standing with our feet shoulder width apart, our knees slightly bent, and we're going to be bending forward from our hips like this so that our chest is parallel to the ground. It's really important to breathe in this particular movement as we take the weights out to the side of our body. Our starting position is here, grasped under our chest like this. We're going to be taking the dumbbells out to our side with our elbows slightly bent. This area again is going to work our chest and our deltoid area, and we take it out like this. Elbows slightly bent, out to the side and in, up to the side and in. Feet shoulder width apart, chest parallel to the ground, lean forward a little more. That's it. Knees not so bent. That's it. Hang your arms down lower. That's it. Out to the side. That's it. 2 more of those, thanks Doug. And 1 more. Well done. So we're now working on our tricep area of our body. We're going to be doing the close grip bench press. Very similar in body position to our bench press, but this time the grip is going to be much closer with our elbows in nice and close to our body, and we'll be taking the bar down to our mid-chest area. So we get down on the bench. We have a nice close grip like this. Make sure that we have our head, our shoulders, our back, our bottom and our feet all in contact with the bench. We'll lift our bar up like this, nice and close, and we bring it down to our mid-chest, keeping our elbows nice and close to our torso, and back up. Being really careful not to swing the bar, keeping our abs nice and strong. And then we rack the bar. Now I'm going to ask Doug, like to do that. Okay, so nice and close. I'll bring the bar closer to you. Bring your hands in closer, please. That's it. Nice grip. It's your bar. Take it down to the middle of your chest and back up. 2 more. And 1 more. Well done. Okay, still working with our triceps. We're now going to do a tricep kickback. What we're going to do is we're going to rest the opposite leg on the bench, so the leg opposite to the one we're holding the dumbbell in. We're going to stabilise our body by resting our opposite hand on the bench. Our chest and our torso are parallel to the ground, and the work of this particular motion is going to come from our upper arm area. This is why we're exercising our tricep. So with our elbows still slightly bent, we're going to move the dumbbell back behind us in this motion like this. And down, up and down, up and down. Being really careful not to swing our torso and for the movement to come from the arm. Doug, your turn. So keep the elbow slightly bent and we take it back nice and close to our body like that. Don't forget to breathe. And 1 more. Well done. Okay, our final tricep exercise is our tricep pull down. We're going to be using our T-bar here. It's really, really important with this position that we stand shoulder width apart. Keep a nice strong core. We're going to be taking an over grip with our bar like this. And we are going to pull it down to our middle of our chest and back up. And it's really, really important that we keep our core nice and strong. Take the bar all the way down. Breathing out as we pull the bar down to our thighs. And keeping our shoulders down. Again, generating the power through our upper arms and shoulder area. So, feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, nice tight core, neutral spine, and we take it down to our thighs and back up. Come forward a bit more, Doug. That's it. Nice, steady movement. And 1 more. Well done. Okay, Sharon, now we're going to demonstrate our deadlift. So what we do here is we're going to go into a squatting position. We're going to take our tailbone right out, like this, bend at our knees, and the objective of this exercise is to bring the weight up our thighs like this, keeping it nice and close as we do the exercise, and then rolling it back down, making sure that we've got that squat and our tailbone right out. This exercise is for our core, it's also for our legs and our back. And again like this, making sure that your knees don't go further than your toes, and you ride the bar up and down the thighs like that. Got that? Okay, so if you'd like to stand here, I'll pass you the bar. Over grip like that. Remember to take your tail out as you squat down, bending at the knees. That's it, taking the bar down and then travelling up your thigh. It's important not to extend the bar too far away from your body, as you can cause yourself an injury. One more for me, Sharon. Thank you. Okay, now we're going to do our barbell bent over row. Again, our feet shoulder width apart, our knees bent. We're going to bend over, we're going to have a nice neutral spine, nice tight abs and core, a nice comfortable grip here on our barbell, shoulder width apart, and starting down here at our knees, we're going to take it up to our chest and down like this, squeezing through our back as we take the bar up to our chest. So shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, bend over at the waist, leaning forward so our chest is parallel to the ground, and we take the bar up to our chest. There we go. Well done. Thank you. Now we're going to work on our dumbbell row. So we have our knee, opposite knee on the bench, supported by our hand, our elbow slightly bent, keeping our arm nice and close into our body. We're going to raise it up to our chest and down, keeping our elbow back and bent, bringing the dumbbell up to our chest, not swinging in the movement, but keeping it nice and controlled, working through our shoulder and our back. You go, Doug. So keeping the elbow nice and close to our body. Bring the dumbbell in nice and close to our chest, that's right. Well done. Now we're moving on to working on our back area. We're going to start here with our lat pull down. As the name suggests, we're going to work on our lats and our deltoids. It's really important with this exercise that we don't swing the arms too much. We keep a nice tight core again. We don't lean too far back, but we lean slightly back in this exercise, and that we have our feet firmly on the ground. And we have an undergrip like this. And we pull the bar down to our chest and up. Extending the arms so that the elbows are still slightly bent. Leaning back slightly, and it's really important to keep our shoulders down and to squeeze through the back of our shoulders and our shoulder blades like this. Keeping the elbows again nice and close to the body. Alright, so slightly back, arms up and down to the chest, and up and down to the chest, squeezing through the back of our shoulders here, and one more. Well done. We're going to move directly on to our seated row, which is over here. Our seated row, again, we're going to have a nice neutral spine. We're going to lean slightly back. It's important not to lean too far back, keeping our elbows nice and close to our body as we row. Our knees slightly bent, and our movement is like this. Extending the arms all the way forward, slightly bent elbows. Lean slightly back. That's it. Shoulders down. Squeezing again through our back. Working the trapezius area. Well done. So now we're going to do our barbell bicep curl. Again, working on our bicep area. Feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, nice tight core. It's important not to swing our body in this exercise. The bar starts around our belly button area and we lift it up to our chest and then down, extending our elbows at 90 degrees. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Elbows nice and close to our body, keeping it nice and stable, and the strength coming from our bicep area. Shoulder width apart with our grip and our feet. Don't lean too far back, lean slightly forward. That's right. Not too far down either, just to our belly button. That's it. One more. Well done. Next, we've got our bicep curls, very similar to our dumbbell curls, except we've got a weight in each hand. Again, feet shoulder width apart, neutral spine, knees slightly bent, nice tight core, starting here with our dumbbells out in front, and we take them up to our shoulders and back down, elbows at 90 degrees, up and down, up and down, up and down. We should start to feel the bicep area of our upper arm working with this exercise. Try not curl your wrists over too much. Keep them nice and straight. That's right. Well done. Thank you, Doug. This exercise is the preacher curl. As I don't have an easy bar, I am using the barbell. It's really important with this exercise to keep your elbows nice and close, resting on the bench. We do not lift our arms from the bench, and we extend the bar all the way down and then up and then down, extending the arms all the way, bringing them up and then down, up and down. So, elbows nice and close. Bring them a little further in. And that's it. That's right. Thank you, Doug. Okay, we're now going to do some squats, again working on our legs. These can either be with body weight or with free weight. I've used some dumbbells in this exercise. It's really, really important that in this particular motion, Our tracking again is really, really important, and we don't overextend our knees beyond our toes. And it's really, really important that we get that nice bend from our hips, sticking our tailbone right out, getting that real bend there, so that we get the best use of our muscle usage through our thighs. So again, feet shoulder width apart, holding our weights down like this, and we're going to bend and squat, and back up, squat, and back up, squat, and back up. Really important not to turn the knees in or out, because that can cause some damage to the knee area. Keeping it nice and straight, again, tracking is very, very important with this exercise. Shoulder width apart. That's it. Really good motion there, tucking that tail right out. 2 more. 1 more. Well done. Okay, so still working on our legs and our quadricep area. We're going to do some lunges. Again, these can be done with body weight or with free weights. I'm using the dumbbells again. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 1 foot forward, keeping our body nice and stable through our core. I'm not doing a very good example of that right now, but down and up, down and up, dropping the tailbone and putting as little weight on the back foot as possible and putting it all through the front and leading foot, down and up. And switching to the other side, down and up, down and up. So take a step forward. And to the other side. Trying to keep all of the weight through that front foot and using the rear foot for balance. Well done. Today we're going to be doing our leg extension. As we don't have a leg extension machine, we're going to be doing it on the low pulley. What we're going to do is we're going to put this stirrup around our foot, and I'm going to show you the correct placement and movement of this particular exercise. So we're going to take a seat here on our bench. We're then going to hook our foot through the stirrup like so. We're going to take the slack back. It's really important that we sit with our knee as close to the edge of the bench as possible. And then we're going to move our foot forward like this and then take it back. The action is coming from, the power is coming from our quadricep muscle, and we are using our knee to extend and flex back. So what I'll do now, Sharon, is I'll ask you to sit in this position and we'll get you started. So Sharon, if you'd like to take a seat for me. Put on your foot like so. Just let the cable go back. Now, place your knees nice and close to the edge of the bench. And I'd like you to do 3 for me, Sharon. So stretch out and back. You can take it further back. That's it. Out and back. Out and back. Thank you. So now we're going to work on our legs. We're going to work here with our leg press. A couple of really important points to remember here. First of all, to keep our spine nice and neutral and flat against the bench. It's really important to push through our heels and not our toes as we push up on the plate here on the bench, on the leg press. It's also really important to have proper tracking and alignment of our feet, that we don't have our toes turned in or out too far, and that we don't have our knees pointed in too close or too far either. So we get ourselves comfortable here on our leg press, placing our feet shoulder width apart, and then pushing up and down with a nice tracking motion, pushing through our heels. And this exercise is working primarily on our quadriceps. And it's important to have a nice even motion and taking it down slowly. Doug, your turn. Feet shoulder width apart, pushing through our heels and not our toes. And we lift and down, lift and down, lift and down, lift and all the way down. Well done. Okay, now we're going to do our hamstring curl. Sorry, this is our leg curl. This is going to work on our hamstring muscles. Again, we're going to be using our low pulley as we don't have the actual machine. What we're going to do is we're going to start by hooking our foot into the strap, like so. And then we're going to sit on the bench, lying down, like so. And the objective of this exercise is to curl our knee back towards our bottom and then to slowly let it go back down without the weight touching. You got that, Sharon? Yep.
What are you doing there, Gary?
Okay, so Sharon, if you'd like to lie down on the bench for me. I'll hook this onto your left leg. Okay, so when you're ready, lift your leg up towards your bottom and down, carefully and slowly. 2 more. And down. You should be feeling that through the back of your thigh. 1 more. Keeping your hip nice and low. Well done. Thank you, Sharon. Next, we're going to do a lying crunch. We've got our mat and we've got our bench here to support our feet. It's really important in this exercise that we don't lift our lower back off the ground, and that we move our shoulders towards our pelvis, and we don't arch or strain our neck, and that we keep our abs nice and tight, because the whole purpose of this exercise is to work through our core area. So we lie on the ground like this, our knees at 90 degrees. You can either put your hands behind your neck, being careful not to pull your neck forward like this, but they're just to rest there. Or if you feel more comfortable, you can place your hands and cross them over your chest. If you want to extend the exercise, you can also have a weight here. And then leaving our lower part of our back on the floor, we raise up like this and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Squeezing with every motion of that. Squeeze and down. Here you go, Doug. Squeeze and down. Breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. 1 more. Well done. Okay, we're now going to work on our abdominal area. We're going to start with the plank. Plank is quite simple. We get down on our knees, and the whole benefit of the plank is working straight through our core area. It's important not to drop our hips too low to the ground. Keep a nice neutral spine, and don't arch the back with our bottom sticking up in the air. How we position ourselves is we start by clasping our hands together like this. It's really important to maintain breathing through this particular exercise. And then when you're ready, extend your toes out and standing on your toes, bracing, holding your abs nice and tight, pulling your belly button towards the ceiling and breathing and staying nice and still. It's important not to sway or to arch your back. Your turn, darling. Well done.